And we're joined in the studio. This news is conveniently sponsored by Jersey Mike Subs. Scott Buckner is here. Hi, Scott.
Hey.
You doing all right? He's the most nervous man in Lynchburg right now. Would you agree, Chris?
He's shaking a little.
I don't know about nervous. We're excited.
I don't know. My bracket got busted. My bracket got busted with the first game, I think, last week. So
it is amazing to me that there's that many, that the brackets make it that far and there's still a perfect bracket.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to pick upsets, but like getting all of the stuff
whole
right.
thing.
Yeah, it's just, it's crazy.
Well, you looked up the odds this morning, didn't you, Brian?
1 in 9.2 quintillion. Quintillion.
With all the games, yeah.
Yeah, so just an unimaginable number. That's why I don't recall ever hearing about one person getting past the Sweet 16 with a perfect bracket. I mean, that would be tens of millions to one, I would think.
That's nuts. Yeah,
Side note, at the James River Media Bracket contest, Padau is
she winning?
Winning.
Well, she is the basketball expert.
She knows nothing about basketball.
Pick for colors, right? You know,
right.
Or mascots.
Or mascots, or just whichever team
it's such a crapshoot. You just don't know.
Yes, the ones like Biscuit and Rich who are analyzing every game, and they're last. They're last. Oh, sorry, Biscuit's in fifth place.
I remember one place where it was a woman, just picked it by which mascot she thought was better.
Yeah.
And she was ahead after the round of 16. She was ahead of the first weekend.
Rich just takes the Jets.
Right. So the month of giving is this month, and then the day of giving is Wednesday. And Scott Buckner is here, Jersey Mike's, and Chris from Mustaches for Kids. Without your sidekick Lanny, he
said he had to work.
He has a job.
I think he's still shaking off 50. Since he turned 50 a week ago.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's sleeping in, doing old man stuff.
As the part of this, it's been more than a week-long celebration of Laney's 50th. So, Scott Buckner, just remind folks about the month of giving, what it's all about.
The month of giving is in full swing now. We choose a charity every year to raise money for throughout the month by taking customer donations. And then on the last Wednesday of each month, which is this Wednesday, the 26th, 100% of our sales at all three of our locations will go to Mustaches for Kids. And we're asking everyone in Lynchburg to come out. It's going to be a busy day. It is our busiest day of the year by far. So we're looking for a big impact so that we can make a big donation to Mustaches for Kids.
And when he says busy, it's like triple to quadruple the normal sales in a day at each store. So, I mean, it's a lot. And it's busy. It's just be prepared, everybody. Like, there's going to be a line, it is going to be busy, but just hang in there, get your sub, because we know 100%, every dollar that goes through the register is coming back to M4K. And what that means is we have zero overhead. So every single dollar that we take in gets redistributed out to the 35 charities that we take care of. So here locally. So every dollar stays local.
It's cool the way you have the big banners up of the charities at all the Jersey Mike's locations so people can see the actual names of all those charities. So Chris and Laney, are you guys going to be back there making subs, making them? Have you learning how to make them Mike's way? Or
I don't know if they want us making the subs.
I was going to say, could say those subs sort disappearing.
Yeah, I know, right?
All of a sudden, hey, where's
I'm afraid Chris would do the one for them, two for me, man.
Isn't that how it's supposed to go? No, we'll be there, help facilitating, moving, telling people where to go, and we'll have our team. We've got a board of 10, and some of our charity partners are going to be helping out. Just being there, spreading the word, and then hey, go here, go to the lines back there to pick up, lines up here to order, stuff like that.
And Scott, I guess it's all hands on deck Wednesday.
Oh yeah, definitely. As Chris said, the lines will be there. I mean, there's no way around it. But we are staffing every employee that has any amount of availability on Wednesday is working their part. Even people that don't normally work on Wednesdays for school schedules and stuff, we're like, can you give us 2 hours? Can you give us 3 hours? It helps get breaks in and give because it's a busy day. We'll be staffed to the max and, getting people through there as quick as we can. But, the line and it's all part of it.
It's part of the fun.
It's part of what we do and how much of an impact we can make.
Know that you're part of something bigger.
Correct.
If folks want to order in advance, place their order, they need to do that today?
We're asking for any office orders or catering orders of those to do that today. And that way we can kind of facilitate and know from a staffing standpoint, because obviously most people are going to want these in a small window in the morning so that we can kind of schedule and make sure we know what we need. But we're asking if you're going to do that to call our office at 237-3300 with your order.
What's
today.
the earliest? What's the earliest you can get them? Like maybe 4 o'clock.
I don't know about that early, but I mean, we can start facilitating orders. 9:30, 10, 10
awesome.
that
Okay, cool.
because obviously people are getting there early. I think the early people are getting there to start bread and stuff in the 3 a.m. Version to get the bread started. It's a process.
And then,
Well, good for them.
Yeah,
Everybody should be at work at 3 a.m.
and then
we got some great employees. They're really excited. Our employees really get behind this, and it's not even. We don't even have to twist our arm too much.
That's
it's like
good.
they're ready to roll.
Cool.
Yeah.
and the goal is
To beat last year. That's always their goal.
$100,000 coming.
No, you do it like this. $100,000. You got your Dr. Evil thing going there.
Yeah, at our first meeting, when we did our kickoff meetings this year, we were talking about this, and I'm always let's beat last year, which we've always done, and I don't think this year is going to be an exception to that. And then somewhere in the back of the room, somebody yelled out 100,000. So I guess that's what the goal is.
was it Chris yelling?
No, he actually wasn't
I
at
wasn't
that
there.
one.
I was on my way back from a trip, and Lanny was there, and somebody yelled out 80 because that beat last year, and then another person in the back said, "No, let's do 100." And Lanny was like, "That sounds awesome."
It's a nice round number. So
Wow.
But I can tell you, I've been a lot this month, Lanny and I both, and every employee there to the T is just excited. They're looking forward to the day of giving. They're talking about how many donations they've taken in that day, and how great the sign is to explain all the charities that we support. So everybody's geared up. I was there last night before I went home and grabbed some dinner, and they're talking about Wednesday. And it's cool how, as much work as it is, everybody's behind it. They love doing it. They understand the reason. They understand the cause, and all the employees are just psyched up about it.
My guess is that this is going on nationwide.
correct.
Right?
Yes.
This is all the Jersey Mikes. The day of giving is Wednesday.
But they're not all giving to M4K.
That would be nice.
They're-
Wouldn't that be fun?
But how well does Lynchburg do compared to other localities?
Interestingly, every year, because Jersey Mike's does a few different, I won't say contests, but they do a few different lists, whether it's the total for the month raised or how much came in on the day of giving, customer donations. And we generally have one or two of the stores in the top 56 in the country, and we're a little over 3,000 stores now. So Lynchburg, again, as I've said as many times as I've been on this radio, is they always come out, they always support us, and we thank them for that. We couldn't be more appreciative. So Lynchburg stacks up very well nationally with any time we do something like this.
Didn't you have the number 5 overall store last year?
No, I think we were number 19 in fundraising for out of the Lakeside store for the day of
Out of
giving.
3,500.
Yeah.
So he's being a little modest here. I mean, 19 out of 3,500 is pretty good.
Yeah.
That do the stores, your 3 stores here in Lynchburg, compete against each other?
We kind of do a little bit of, a little friendly competition for the most customer donations, and it's always close. I mean, all the stores do very well, and like I said, they get behind it and really push it. In Jersey Mike's, we just got back from our conference, and they're looking to hopefully do over $30 million this year nationally for all the charities. I think there's a little over 200 charities that are being represented this year.
Scott Buckner, Jersey Mike's, Chris Boswell, Mustaches for Kids, M4K.
237-3300. Call
now.
that number today.
I wrote it down. I have our list. That's one of the lists that I have. Is our James River Media Jersey Mike's orders. I just have it on file. So I can't remember. What's yours, Brian?
Almost always the Italian, but maybe
Okay.
a turkey sometimes.
What's the number?
13.
Or 7?
7 is the turkey.
Yeah.
13 is the Italian. As Lanny and I's competition lives on.
Yeah, that's right.
Chris and Lanny will be. They're learning a lot. They're going to be our best spokesman after this.
We've had a good time with it, and we thank Scott and his team. It's been awesome to.
It's been a great partnership. Yeah.
So it gets underway Wednesday, and the time again. When will the stores be open?
We're open 10 to 9.
10 to 9. Oh, very good. 10 to 9 at all 3 Jersey Mike's locations in Lynchburg. Good luck.
Yeah.
237-3300. Please call in those orders today so we can get ahead of it because it's going to be crazy.
There you go. You guys will start.
Come on, Lynchburg.
Come on,
Let's
Lynchburg.
get us to 100 this year.
Let's do it. Let's do it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll be helping you out too. So, Scott and Chris, thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.
And we'll talk to you again after it's all over, hopefully with the big
number.
Reveal.
The big reveal, the big number. So.
125.
Thank you, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks,
bye.
guys.